Hi Aries, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Six of Cups. The second card is Seven of Wands. I'm also seeing Five of Cups and Page of Pentacles. Okay, with what I'm seeing here, this feels like feeling protective of self, not wanting to feel let down, not wanting to feel exposed for some of you, not wanting to feel disappointed. I'm seeing a watch on the wrist of one of the characters here. So there can be something connected with that, maybe something having to do with time. Maybe even something that's not fully present, but maybe something from a different time that is affecting things now, currently. Having Six of Cups and Page of Pentacles, I'd say that this is doing something for sentimental reasons, hoping for this to be helpful somehow. But there can also be a feeling of that being maybe a little bit blocked. Maybe even this is something within you that wants to come out, and then another part of you that's like, no, don't do it. It almost feels like I want to and I would do this, but recounting something and maybe not doing it because of that. Example. You know, maybe there's something within you and you want to do something nice for someone, but then you remember when they like tripped you the other day or like didn't hold the door for you, and you're like, you don't deserve me to be nice to you, or like do that nice thing, like go out of my way. Maybe there's something like that that's going on here. But I'm seeing this be more so from a place of being like, I'm just trying to save myself from being disappointed or from being hurt. But I also feel this thing with Six of Cups and Page of Pentacles almost like reconnecting with what puts you in a place of love or connection, or maybe just like feelings and whatnot. This can actually maybe be something that helps you make a helpful move here. But I feel this feeling protective. Maybe for some of you too, you feel like you've had enough at this point. Having Six of Cups can be somebody coming through, but then having that Seven of Wands can be you not really being receptive to it and not being open to it because of why? Five of Cups. This is like, well, when I've let you in, you've let me down. And so there's this part of me that doesn't want to allow that to happen. Maybe you know you can connect with that feeling, and maybe you feel like it's just going to be opening a doorway for you to be disappointed again, for you to be hurt again. I'm also seeing the Death card here. I feel almost like something coming through that can create some type of change. Steps need to be taken, starting something new. But then having the Death card can mean that the old ways are expiring now. And you can feel maybe like that sort of standing in this place is what's going to help the type of change that you want. It's going to help things evolve in the way that you want. So maybe this is like, I'm not so receptive to that because I want things to be different. I don't want to have to keep experiencing this. So you can say I'm sort of done with that part of things. I know that if I allow this in, it's going to be the same story again. I don't want that. And so I'm doing what I need to do to change the story. But I do feel somebody coming through and being like, I think trying to make up for something here. At the same time, seeing the Death card, I wonder if this is just like, no, it's just going to be the same thing unless I end that. You can feel like the disappointment is going to go on unless something major changes here. in the form of this is not going to be continuing. Choices. I'm seeing Scorpio, I'm seeing Libra, I'm seeing Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. I do see you having the option of I feel like somebody's coming through and saying, hey, we can have this or we can start this. Like, you do have that option. This is not new. This is an energy that you know. I feel for some of you too, like that choice hasn't even been made yet about what's going to be happening. I'm seeing somebody look like they're already upset about things and somebody coming through and being like, hey, do you want to do this? But it feels like stuff has already been happening. And it feels like having Death card here, I almost feel like this would be to end the cycle rather than to allow it to continue, maybe what one seems as the justifiable action here, to not have to be in the same loop. And it feels like having that nostalgic vibe about things can be making it difficult to make a choice moving forward. If we're making choices for sentimental reasons versus practical reasons, you can feel like, well, for that reason, motivated by this, I could make that choice, but from this angle, I could make this choice. And so you can feel kind of stuck in that way. At the same time, I'm not seeing there be a feeling of being particularly open. It feels like there's a want to be not left feeling hurt, not left feeling disappointed anymore. Yeah, I get this thing again. Like, I wonder if you had something happen with you and another person where maybe they like messed up or something like that. And I get the feeling of them coming through and being like, hey, sorry, maybe things can, like, do you want to make up? And I feel like this would be maybe doing more of the same that was happening before, and you can feel like, I don't want that. Because this Five of Cups feels like you don't want to be feeling like this anymore. Death card may feel like the only option so that you're not feeling like that anymore. To say, I'm putting my foot down and I'm ending this cycle because I don't want to be reliving this cycle again. And having justice there, it feels like this is justified to do that based off of what's been happening. Like, this feels like you're being told that this is appropriate if that's the call that you want to be making here for yourself. It's funny because what I'm picking up on is that I feel like this could go either way. Like, for some of you, this may be something that you cycle into again. For others of you, this can be something that you say no. You could also you could also maybe not do anything at all until you feel like you've processed the Five of Cups a bit more. The Five of Cups would be, based off of what happened, this is how I'm left feeling, and you can feel like maybe you're going to pause things until you fully process that and then figure out from there. Like maybe you do want to sort of freeze things for now, not make a move either way, see how you feel, and then do something. Because maybe too, with Five of Cups, we can sometimes be influenced emotionally to make a choice, whether it be like, I'm mad at you, or I'm feeling really hurt right now, or whatever it is. And you may say like, I don't want to be motivated by that because I feel like it's not totally regulated, and I want to feel regulated when I'm making this choice. And so that's something that you may say, I'm going to just like freeze this here, and I'm going to continue processing, and then I'm going to decide what I want to do about this. That's, I think, really where this looks like it's going, actually. So even though I feel very much something showing up and presenting itself to you, I'm seeing you be in a spot where I feel like this is a really pausing this here to regulate and figure out what feels appropriate for you. So it doesn't feel like you're reacting to something when you do this. It feels like it's coming from a very centered place, and that's where the decision is made from. And so you'll feel most connected with yourself for doing that. So until you feel like you're in that place, you may say, this will just sort of stay in this limbo here. Because I'm seeing there not be, like, not totally open, but for some of you, like, not totally closed either, and you can feel like you still need to process. Yeah. Again, what I'm seeing is that before you do something and say yes, no, maybe, whatever, continue, stop, no more, let's do it again, before any of that, I do get the sense that you are going to be regulating, so you feel like what this is that's presenting itself to you, or this person for some of you that's sort of showing up with this and saying, what do you want to do about it? This feels like getting to a spot where you feel like you have fully processed what you need to process, and that you are grounded and centered and regulated, and then move forward from there where you feel like you're really connected with yourself, with the move that you are making, rather than just doing something here and feeling like you weren't totally level-headed. Feels like I need to do things to get level-headed, and then I can figure it out from there. But that's going to be first. Yeah, there's definitely a desire not to repeat things I'm seeing. Focusing on yourself for a little bit to really take a close look at this. Figure out what you want to do. I think too, to fully see everything. Make sure that you're not avoiding what needs to happen here. So you can feel confident moving forward about what you're doing. So you feel ultimately like processing and regulating is going to help you get to a point where you will feel like the choice that you make, like what comes out of your mouth or what is decided by you, ends up being something that feels like a harmonious choice for you to be making within your life, rather than this being something that you're choosing and then it's going to be the catalyst for further disruption. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.